to have him here. Please help me welcome Rennie Curran.
All right. Thank you. All right, how y'all doing? Good. I'm so fired up to be here right now. I mean, like most people in Georgia, I love Coke products, so it's a blessing to just be able to share with you all. We want to talk about mental toughness during times of change. Mental toughness during times of change. How many of you guys are going through some type of adversity right now in some phase of your life? All right? In some area, like we all look good, right? Everybody looks clean. I know we're in the corporate environment. We're good. We look nice. We put on that mask a lot of times, but I know for each and every one of you all sitting here right now, you're going through some type of challenge. And when I talked to Terrell, I wanted to make sure that I understood some of the challenges that you all are going through, just in the workplace. And as we got into conversation, he talked about things like the politics, things like the sudden change that happens in your industry, whether it's job layoffs, policies, different things that change that you have no control over. And as I thought about the challenges and the adversity that you all face, I realized that just like you guys are in this corporate world, as an athlete, we go through the same exact thing. I tell people all the time that the NFL is like corporate on steroids. So imagine going to work every day. You're in this building right now, and next week you don't even know you're gonna be here or not. You got somebody coming in every single week, every Tuesday at the drop of a dime to come and work out. You go to the lunch, like imagine going to the cafeteria, you see somebody else there you ain't never seen. And you ask him, man, how you doing? What's your name? John. Oh, what position you play? And he plays your position. He's there to take your spot. So it's crazy. And then you have, your supervisor following you around during practice, taking notes. You don't know what they're writing, but they're taking notes on you. At any moment you can be gone. Any moment they could, you watch ESPN, you see that big contract, right? Somebody they just acquired. That means somebody else is going home. And it just happens just like that. It doesn't matter if you're good enough. Sometimes it's about the money game. We have what's called the salary cap casualty. So that means how much they're paying you, it goes over what your value is. So at that moment, they're looking at what college player can I bring in who I can pay a little bit less to get you up out of here. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Right. So many of the worlds are the same when it comes to just the adversity that we all face. I don't care where you are. And I know you guys heard Terrell talk about my accomplishments, but guys, it's a journey. As you all know, it's a process. And just like my career, a lot of times people look at us and they only see the finished product. They see the end result of many, many years of hard work and sacrifice. So I want to just start by telling you guys about my story, just to give you context of what has gotten me to this position right now. So first and foremost, a little quick. So first and foremost, my parents are Liberian immigrants who came to this country. My mom came first, $10 in her pocket, her hopes and dreams. She got a scholarship to Emory to get her master's in nursing. That's the only reason why she got here to Atlanta, to this country. My father came after her, after she was finished getting her master's, along with my oldest sister, and he bought into a shoe repair franchise that was out in Kennesaw. And so this man worked 12 hours a day, slaving. He was the manager, he was the accountant, he was the customer service guy, even though he was not good at customer service at all. I saw him cuss out a lot of people. But just worked so hard. And during my time growing up, I was the youngest of three. My two older sisters, I got bossed around a lot. I was not spoiled, all those things. But during this time growing up as a young kid, their home country of Liberia was going through a civil war. So all I saw at a young age was seeing them sacrifice, like make that money, send half of it back home, helping my cousins, my aunties, my uncles come over here. Most of them were refugees. So having to give up my bed and sleep on the floor a lot of times so that my cousins could have a place to rest, and learning how to serve, learning respect at an early age, learning humility, learning how to fight for something bigger than myself, just seeing the sacrifices that they made. And at the age of 10 years old, we're living at this time, we had just moved actually in that picture to Gwinnett County, where I ended up going to Brookwood High School. And that's where I found my dream. That's where I started playing football for the first time, and I'll never forget it. I met my teammates. There's me in the corner with the big head sipping some Kool-Aid or something. But I met my Little League coach, and my whole entire life changed. And how many athletes we got in here? Okay, my boy Kennard. By the way, I've been here for like 5 minutes and I feel like I'm at home already. My boy Kennard, we go way back. Went through recruiting and played against each other, all that stuff. And another guy, Jamel Hester, he actually did my suit for draft day, believe it or not. And he was with Tom James, now he's with Coke. Everything's coming full circle. I saw another person that I ain't seen since high school, Chelsea Cannon, who works here as well. So yeah, it feels like I'm at home. But as far as my story goes, like I was saying, I met my Little League coach, 10 years old, and he did something for me that changed my entire life. He took me to my first University of Georgia game. And I remember walking into that stadium like it was yesterday. Seeing a whole wave of just people dressed in red and black. Almost borderline cultish, just 90,000 going crazy, just going crazy. I remember learning to cheer at kickoff for the first time. How many of y'all been to a Georgia game? Raise your hand. Like, you know the intensity, you know the energy in that building when they get ready to kick off. And so I'm sitting there as a 10-year-old kid learning the kickoff cheer. Oh, dog, sickle. And I'm just taking it all in, and I look down on the field as a young kid, and I'm just imagining myself, just visualizing. Like, man, maybe one day we were in Snellville at this time. And so all I knew about was David Pollock, David Green, like all these legends that came through Snellville. And I'm watching Herschel Walker, seeing him run over people because I played running back at that time. And I'm just dreaming, man, like maybe one day I could be that kid who could be the next kid out of Snellville, who could be a household name. Maybe I could, play in front of my family and make everybody proud. Who knows? And it just seemed so real at that time. I know a lot of you all can remember what your dream was like when you first found it, right? As a young child. Or what it was like even when you joined this company, right? How exciting it was. Man, I just got this new job with Coke. Or even maybe before that, maybe your dream was to be here or to be at a major corporation in the position you are now. And that's how it was. It was exciting. The possibilities were endless. But then boom, I left there. And what happens a lot of times, we come back home. We come back into our situation. We come back into our circumstances. And then I started to think about the statistics as I grew up, as I grew older. I started hearing about the numbers, how only 0.02% actually make it from that little league age to making it to a D1 college or making it to the NFL. And this was just the beginning. What I didn't realize is that there were going to be so many challenges along the way, so many things that I was going to have to face. And the beauty of it is it taught me so many things. And one of the major things it taught me was mental toughness. Mental toughness, you can learn it two ways, I believe, through life, or it could be trained. And so that's some of the things I'm going to talk to you all about today. So just to give you an idea of some of the challenges that led me to where I am now, that were a part of my journey. Number one, not too long after we moved out to Gwinnett County, my father lost his business. We had so many challenges with our family. There were times where we couldn't even afford the garbage bill. We had to use the oven as a heater. It got that tough, and we're living in the suburbs at this time. So it's like, I'm around all these people with money, I know I'm struggling. No, I don't got it. I was that kid on the free reduced lunch meals. I was that kid who needed a ride to practice every single day. That was me. And then next, as I progressed into football, I got moved from running back to linebacker. So position change. All of a sudden, I'm considered undersized. Every single expert, every single news writer, even some of my own coaches. Rennie, these college schools aren't probably gonna, look at you. You're a little undersized, you're a little short. So I had to kill myself in the weight room, putting 400, 500 pounds on my back, sacrificing. I remember times like the first time I got invited up to University of Georgia. Imagine me, 15 years old, 16 years old. I had heard I was undersized so many times that you know what I did? It's summertime in Athens, and I go up there with some Timberland boots on and a thick hoodie on, just so I could look a little bit bigger. And so I was trying to do every single thing to overcome that challenge. And eventually I just had to accept it, like this is who I am. I'm gonna take it or leave it. Next thing was when I got to University of Georgia, I overcome that challenge of being undersized. I get to University of Georgia, after my freshman year, had my little girl, and she's joined me today. That's Eliana right there, 10 years old now. But at this time, just imagine, not even 21 yet, so I ain't even old enough to drink yet, you know, legally. And my little girl comes and I'm just like, man, can you imagine, like, my parents are from Liberia, like they're African, so having to face my parents and tell them that her mom, you know, was expecting was crazy. Her mom's my high school sweetheart. So just that challenge in the middle of everything, like at this time, this is my sophomore year, this is when I could potentially, you know, set myself up to go to the NFL, and so many things were going right, and all of a sudden, boom, life changed. So not only do I have to manage being an athlete, top athlete, but now I gotta manage being a student. I still gotta go to class, it don't just stop. And then I still have to be a son, and now I gotta be a father. And I struggled, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. How many of y'all have kids in here? So you know about that balance, right? Just the challenge that comes with all the demands. Next thing was going to the NFL. After my junior year, I decided that I was gonna leave early and go to the league to help my family, to help my daughter. Because I was just tired of seeing her struggle. And the reason why I put this in here, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, why would going to the NFL and going to the next level be a challenge? But guys, I'm here to tell you that success can sometimes be your worst enemy. Success can sometimes make you forget what got you there. Success can make you reckless. Success can make you start feeling yourself. Success can attract a lot of the wrong people. And you can imagine, like I said, I was 21 going on 22 years old, and all of a sudden now I gotta be the CEO of my own company. Now I gotta get an agent, a financial advisor, a chiropractor, a nutritionist, all these people who are like 10, 20 years older than me, who've been in the game, who know how to navigate it, who are like vultures a lot of times. So having to navigate that. Next thing, I got cut 2 years after I was in the league. So now I'm back home. Anybody here ever went through a job loss? Right? So yeah, went through the job loss, became a free agent for months, for about 8 months. And I still had to train, I still had to stay in top shape, because that call comes tomorrow. It's not like when you sign up for a job interview and you show up all nice. No, they call you and they're like, we want you on that flight. If they call you on a Thursday, they want you on that flight by Saturday to work out on Monday. That's how quick it is. So if you're not ready, the opportunity is gone. They have guys waiting. And last but not least, that picture right there is from last year. So after I went to the Tennessee Titans, got cut, went to Tampa Bay, went up to Canada, tried to come back, and last year I was in the developmental league, which is an opportunity where you can showcase yourself to the NFL guys. My first rep out, guys, I was in the best shape of my life. First rep up, no lie. I get up to compete against a running back, and as soon as I ran up to cover him, either my knee ruptured, I still to this day don't know what happened. Either my knee ruptured or his knee hit mine, but I completely tore my patella tendon. And that was it. That was it. So like, life got real. Life has been real so many times. So many ups and downs. And I share this with y'all because we all go through these things in life, these sudden changes that happen that like, life just punches you in the gut. And it's like, you got two choices. You can let moments like these destroy you and bring you down, or you can allow it to build you and change your perspective. So I want to share with you all just some tips, some techniques that can help you in these moments that happen in life, because they're gonna come. I don't care how much money you have, I don't care what position you're in, I don't care how good life has been, it's going to happen. And I want to share some mental health statistics just to start off. 1 in 4 adults experience some type of mental illness that stems from one of those challenges. 18.1%, I don't want to kill you guys with these statistics, but just take a look. 18.1% of adults are living currently right now with some type of anxiety. That's schizophrenia, that's depression, all types of things. Nearly 60%, including a lot of us, and this statistic I know is true not only for athletes, not only for entertainers, but just people in general, any African American community as well. We don't get help, we don't talk about it, right? We face these challenges and we put that mask on, right? And we just deal with it, and we just press on because that's all we know how to do. Next thing, 70% of change, relates to the corporate world. 70% of change initiatives fail because of lack of mental toughness. Because people don't know how to work together, people don't know how to manage emotions. These are real statistics. So as I progressed in my career, I started to realize that there were so many correlations, there were so many tie-ins from the sports world to the business world. So as I just showed you all, the challenges that I overcame, whether it was on the football field, whether it was in life, that it not only applied to myself and how I was able to overcome it, but I also took on just the mantra of seeing how I could help others using these same experiences that I had. And so I partnered, along with doing speaking and becoming an author, I also partnered with a company called Boost. And what we focus on is mental toughness and emotional intelligence. The guy who started this is a guy by the name of Seth Dickerson. And he's a former military guy. And if there's one thing I realized is that sports, military, we have very similar experiences because of what we have to go through. It's like you have to be part of the team, so a lot of times you have to let go of your identity. You have to go through a lot of mental just strains that the normal person will never ever experience. Our life isn't on the line, of course, as athletes, but the things we face day in and day out is that of, like, you're in a war. I had to go against guys who are 6'8", 300 pounds, and just have that mindset that, hey, it's me or you, it's dog eat dog. Either you going down or I'm going down. And so I partnered with them, and a lot of things that we do to help individuals is build confidence. We help others learn the ability to thrive in high-pressure environments, to improve focus, goal setting, and most of all, leadership. And so I want to just talk about a couple of the techniques that we do. And this is a skill set, guys, that the best of the best use. Especially it's in the sports world, it's in the business world, your high performers. These are the things that they use to thrive. Not to just survive in their positions, but to thrive. So if you see the Tom Brady's, if you see like Alabama, how they're dominant every single year, I can't stand them. They're like a machine. And there's a reason. In Georgia now, you see how they went from being a mid-tier team to now they went to the national championship. How do you think that was? In the SEC, where everybody is dominant, everybody's good, everybody has talent, everybody's fast. What's going to set you apart? What's going to be that edge? And same thing is here. Everybody's good. Everybody came from good schools, right? So how are you going to set yourself apart from everybody else out there? The first thing that comes to mind, guys, is your mindset. Your mindset, your mind is your greatest weapon. And one thing I believe is whatever you tell yourself repeatedly will become your reality. However you train your mind, people don't realize that your mind is like a muscle. So if just imagine your mind is like a muscle, your thoughts are like the reps. We have over 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. So that's 50,000 to 70,000 reps of how you're training your mind. So guess what? If your thoughts are negative, you just strengthen your mind in a negative way. But also, you can have thoughts that are positive, so you can be training your mind in a positive way. The quality of your thoughts. So, and I think about this all the time, that your diet is not just about what you eat. Your diet is also about what you're feeding your mind. And so the first technique I have for you guys today is called the thought-stopping technique. Thought-stopping technique. And what that does is it allows you to take the negative thoughts that may be bringing you down, those negative thoughts that pop up. I know you guys all have it. It might come when you're about to meet with a client. It might come when you're about to do a presentation, right? That thought that pops in and says, man, dang, I don't know if I can do this. Or man, I don't know if this client is gonna like what I have to say. It allows you to identify and grab those thoughts and then reinforce it with something positive. So I want you guys to do that right now. You have your sheet in front of you. So first and foremost, start by writing down the challenges. We're gonna make this interactive.
Lucky enough today to listen to Rennie Curran talk about mental toughness, his story, and how he's overcome many obstacles in his life. It was very, very motivational. Things that can be applied to, I think, just about anybody, especially people here at Coca Cola, as we all go through a lot of changes and transitions. So it's great to have a bulldog in the house like Rennie and talk about a lot of important issues and give guidance on things that can help just about everybody.
I thought the presentation today was awesome. It touched on all of, I think, the top things to make you successful, not only in business, but in life in general.
I thought Rennie's session today was very inspirational, great. I remember him from when he played at the University of Georgia, and it exceeded my expectations.
I really enjoyed the presentation. Definitely some good motivational tips and good reminders of how we can really keep our head in the game and really elevate our performance. So really great presentation, really enjoyed it.
Today I enjoyed the program that was presented. I definitely took away a lot of key insight and information that I could use in order to build my mindset and just to make sure that I stay on track and have that mental wherewithal that I need on a daily basis.
I really enjoyed Rennie's presentation. It's good to see him in another light beyond just seeing him on the field. I remember he was on the field and he was knocking them heads. And he's doing the same thing with us here and instilling that same stuff that he learned on the field and giving it to us, non-athletes and just people who admire what he did from afar. So I really appreciate him coming out. I learned a lot and I feel like I'm a better person afterwards. Thank you.